Donna, are you also able to admit people?
Able to do what is it?
Admit. I'll keep a watch, letting people in.
Oh yeah, I don't see.
I'll make sure I watch that.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for participating. And I gotta let someone else in. Yeah. Zoom takes extra precautions because extra security precautions. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today for this wonderful 30-minute time that I'll say 30 minutes here. We're going to spend about 30 minutes talking about self-care. And so moi, Benita Clemens, the executive director of the South Carolina Community Health Workers Association, is so happy to say, so happy to welcome you today. I want to start out by saying today has been a very emotional day for me. So there's something about me. I like to tell the truth about how I'm feeling. You know, sometimes you walk down the street and people will say, hey, how you doing? I like to tell the truth. And so my truth today is this morning, I woke up about 5 o'clock and I listened to the eulogy yesterday of George Floyd and I cried this morning. And the first thing that came to my mind was my sister, who was murdered when she was only 29 years old. Her birthday was May 31st. And I was wondering if I said happy birthday to her. And I could not remember if I said happy birthday to her, but I think I did. I just couldn't remember. And so again, I just let the tears roll because tears are sometimes cleansing, and it's a good way to release and relieve stress. I know at my mother's funeral, I intentionally did not cry because I wanted to be strong for my siblings who were just devastated, and my grandmother and her sister. So I wanted to be the strong one. And I held that stress inside of me. And I didn't do a very good job at self-care during that time. And so I held the tears in. And it just caused a lot of issues. So a part of self-care is knowing that it's okay to release and cry sometimes and let the tears roll. And then later on today, I realized that it is Breonna Taylor's birthday today. She would have been 27. And I cried again. So I've just been releasing and letting the tears go. So before we get started, I do want to have a silent moment for Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, whose birthday is today. She would have been 27, and George Floyd. Again, I just want to take a moment for them and their families and America, because right now we are under stress. COVID-19 is still alive and well. Thankful to the peaceful protesters that we have. I want to give thanks to them. That COVID is we don't hear a whole lot, but it's still here. And we still have to protect ourselves. We still need to wash our hands and wear our masks and practice physical distancing. We have to do that. So let's be mindful of that. But again, I want to take just a couple of seconds. You can leave your eyes open, you can close your eyes, but just to honor those 3 persons whose name I just called. And I'm going to say happy birthday to Breonna so I can make sure that I know that I said it to her today. So let's just take a little moment. Okay, thank you. Thank you all for allowing me to take a moment for that. Self-care. The first thing or the most thing that you will hear discussed with self-care is meditation. And what does meditation mean? Meditation means breathing, the breath. It's all about the breath. And right now, the narrative for America is, I can't breathe. That's the narrative that's right now for America. I can't breathe. And right now, personally, I'm having difficulties breathing. I went to the doctor and I was tested for COVID. I am negative. But I'm still having deep breathing issues. So if you hear me cough, it's because I can't catch my breath. That's what's going on in my body right now. Again, I've taken COVID tests and other tests. They did x-rays, my lungs, everything. Everything looks good. But physically, I am experiencing something in my body. So I am making sure to be intentional with my self-care. One of the things that I do is I make sure that I move my body every single day. I move the energy around. Because we're under so much stress, we need to get up and move. For me, it's walking. Donna, my co-host, she loves to, and I'll introduce you to her in a second, she loves to jog. So movement, we have to have movement for self-care. Intentional self-care is movement. Intentional self-care is meditation. That's dealing with the breath. Because again, right now, this country, our narrative is I can't breathe. COVID, breathing, it's the respiratory, it's the breath. Where there's no breath, there's no what? There's no life. A person can live quite a few days without food. They can live a few days, maybe 1 or 2 without water. But without breath, a minute, maybe a few minutes. That's how important the breath is. And we want to make sure that we are taking deep breaths. Community health workers, you all are the front line. And that's the definition that's in the Department of Labor, front line. What does front line means? It means first. When you hear about war, you talk about the people on the front lines. We're hearing about all of the doctors and the nurses, front line. So how stressful is the front line? It's like head on, number one. And I know that that's what all of you are doing. I know we're working remotely, most of us. But the essential work that community health workers are doing calls for intentional and deliberate self-care. We have to care for ourselves, or we're going to find ourselves stressed. When we get stressed, that can cause illnesses. It can cause high blood pressure, sleepless nights. During this time of COVID, we have so many people that are out of work. Lack of financial resources trickles down to not able to pay your rent, not able to buy food, and I can't even imagine that type of stress. Now, I did feel it when I was younger. There were times when we didn't have meat. So I translated not having meat as being very poor. And I was ashamed of it. So I think about all those little kids that are out there now who parents just can't afford the meat right now, and they're feeling a little less than, because in their minds, meat equals you have money or you are well off. So I pray for those young kids too. Let me come back, y'all. I'll tell you, I'm very emotional today because of what's going on. So I'm going to stay on task here, but we're living through stressful times. And again, we have to move the body. We have to breathe intentionally, breathe deep. We need to have some type of spiritual base, spiritual connection. I know we have a lot of different faiths. It helps if you have a solid foundation upon which you can connect to, because that's where your power is, your power source. Also this morning, I walked barefoot on the grass just to feel grounded, which was another tool in my toolbox of self-care. And there are times when you will feel like it's too much going on. I feel like I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. I'm just feeling frazzled. And when that happens to me, there is something that I say to myself, and I explain to you what it means. I say to myself, I'm in a hurry, so dress me slowly. And what that means is when I'm frazzled, or sometimes when you're rushing, you have to stop. Even though you're in a hurry, slow down and dress yourself slowly. Because when you're in a hurry and you're tense, you miss things. So this morning I was feeling hurry and tense about something. Maybe the emotions got me out of whack. And I went outside. I said, I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to go outside and be still. Being still is another tool for self-care. So I was still. And then I walked on the grass with my bare feet to get grounded. So I'm going to go over those few things again that I do that I'd like to recommend for you to try. Number one, have a spiritual connection so that you can have that peace. Because right now we're in an unpeaceful situation, how we're living. So we need to be reconnected to our peace. We need physical movement. The body needs to move. Walking is my choice. Some of us like to jog. Some of us like to dance. Just get the body moving. Release that stress. Deep breathing, meditation. So let's do a breathing exercise together. I'm gonna count to 4. I want you to breathe in on 4. When you're breathing in, breathe in through the nose, and we're gonna release it through the mouth. So I'm gonna count. We're gonna breathe in on 4. We're gonna hold it for 4, and we're gonna release it for 4. This is a meditation exercise that I use frequently, especially if I'm trying to go to sleep. It helps to get to rest you and relax you. So when you're meditating, you want to be comfortable. You don't want to fall asleep. If you fall asleep, that means you need some sleep. Meditation and sleeping is not the same thing. You fall asleep, you need to take a nap. Get up, wake up, and then meditate. So we're gonna, as a collective organization, association, we're going to meditate together for about a minute. But I want you to do it on your own at least 15 minutes a day. Out of 24 hours, I want you to intentionally sit down, be still, and meditate. Let's get ready. We're going to breathe in 4, hold 4, and release for 4. And when you breathe in, it's just like a balloon. You take in all of that air, and that stomach should expand, get big. You hold it, getting all that air in those lungs. Then you're going to release, and the stomach should expand, just like a balloon. When you put air in a balloon, it expands. When you let the air out, it contracts. That's what our stomachs, we're going to do that with our stomach. Y'all ready? Everybody sitting up straight. If you're in the car, don't close your eyes, but you can still breathe. But I usually close my eyes, and I have been meditating for over 30 years now. It's been over 30 years. And I do it every morning before I start my day. It just centers me. Okay, so everyone, we're going to breathe in. Ready? Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through your nostrils. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Again. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Again. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Again. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can say at least for 60 seconds, you were still and quiet today. At least that much. So I want you to make meditation a daily practice, intentional self-care. I want you to make moving the body, dance, walk, running, chasing your kids, playing with your pets, walk your dog. I want you to make that an intentional daily self-care regimen. Being still, meditating, moving the body, washing the hands, and of course, getting your rest and drinking plenty of water. Those are intentional self-care tools. Now, a lot of people, and it's okay to define self-care as getting my nails done, getting my hair done, getting my pedicure, and those are things that, yes, we should indulge and enjoy. Self-care doesn't cost. You don't have to pay for it. Again, I love getting my nails done and going to the spa, and that is an additional part of enjoying my life and enjoying myself. But I define self-care as intentional, deliberate, on purpose living. And if you don't do it for yourself, nobody else can do it for you. So at this moment, at this time, I want to introduce to you, and thank you, everyone. So we did what I call corporate meditation. We meditated together. And if you all want, I can do this with you. We can do it one-on-one. We can do it as a group, weekly, bi-weekly, you let me know. So my co-host, Ms. Donna Mack. Donna is now a part of the our CHW Association's family. Akira, who you all know, is pregnant, and she's out now on rest. And Donna is filling in for a couple of months or maybe about 90 days for Akira. And so Ms. Donna is a health and wellness expert. And so she's going to do the second part of self-care. Now at the end, y'all gonna have a test. You're gonna have to name at least 3 self-care methods or modalities or tools that you have that I have discussed today. So Ms. Donna, unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself, and then you can take it from there, and then we'll have a period for questions.
Hey, y'all. All right, I'm Donna Mack, and I am, as Benita said, I don't consider myself an expert. I consider myself on the journey of being conscious of my health. So, and I know that all of you are as well. I've heard so much about many of you. I may have met some of you along the way on my journey. So I'm excited about the work that you all are doing and excited to be a part of this organization and helping out Benita. My background is Mostly, I've probably since 2002, I have been a certified fitness instructor, personal trainer, probably every modality of fitness there is. I'm a runaholic. So like Vanita was saying, I'm a runner, so we don't call jogging. I'm doing sub 8 miles right now for up to 5 miles. So that's my thing. That's how I kind of get out there and move. But that's not for everybody. I understand. So I enjoy that. I also enjoy being in classes. I also enjoy, as of 2013, I started a journey of becoming an integrative health coach. And that means that I'm doing health coaching along with the regular or the modality of natural medicine, along with the doctors that you normally go see, family practitioners. So helping people learn or helping clients be able to use what's inside of them so that they can make changes to improve their health. So that I enjoy, but I have a story before the day before I went there to Duke, because I got my health coaching certification from Duke. The day before, I was at the gym. My son was practicing swim practice, and I got crowned the queen of multitasking because I was on a conference call. I had my computer and I had my phone, and I was rolling and rocking. And some of you may have been there before. You just do a lot at the same time. And then I went to Duke, and the first thing they did was similar to what we just did with Benita, breathing and just sitting still. And by golly, y'all, I had never done that before. I mean, honestly. So that first week, if I can tell you, that was tough. So it was called mindfulness. And I left thinking I was mindless. I was completely out of my mind because I couldn't sit 30 seconds and just breathe. So hats off to Benita. And I want us, everybody to give her a hand clap, and y'all can hand clap, thumb up or whatever, because y'all got to get some movement. Come on, let's see it. All right. To appreciate you for, doing that meditation. One of the wonderful things I've found is that along with my running, this mindfulness or being mindful is so important. So as part of self-care for me, I have also become more conscious of my mind and how I take care of it. And I hope that you all as well have become conscious of your mind. Because there's three parts of us. There's the body, mind, and the spirit. And the mind is so key to our whole well-being. So, how do you protect? My question is, how do you protect your mind? How do you protect how you think? So when there's negative information coming to you, how do you receive that? How does it feel in your body? As Vanita was talking about the breathing, a lot of times when we get negative information, our breathing stops right about there, right at the neck. I mean, it's like we can't breathe. So when we become aware of that, how do we maneuver over and across from that? One of the things I like to do, I like to keep something in my mind. I go to my favorite book of wisdom is the Bible, Philippians 4:8, where it says, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are of good report, whatsoever things are honest, those things, whatsoever things are virtuous, those are the things I try to think on. I start putting some positive thoughts into my head when we are bombarded with negative, because even though a lot of things seem unjust, and we're bombarded with the unjust things in the world today, there are things that are just. There are positive things going on, and they're right around it. As a matter of fact, each one of you are the positives in your community. So I mean, you bring in this negative energy that seems to be coming at us, you bring the light. You're bringing it. Wow. So, what are some of those things that you do to protect? What kind of confinements are you putting around your head and your spirit? Because Lord knows if we stay in front of the TV all day long on CNN or Fox or whatever your modem is, if you're on Facebook, you can come out of that thing so depressed and feel like the world is just coming to an end. So how do you guard yourself from that? I mean, some of us have come to the point where, look, I got to take a downtime from all that media. I have to shut it down. Um, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm 52. I forget how old I am. So I've been around long enough to where news was only on at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I was around when you went outside and played. The people used to go outside and sit on the front porch. So at that point, people didn't get fed a lot of negativity during the whole day. But now that's different. We have 24/7. So now we can be bombarded with a lot of things. And I believe that that is what leads to a lot of depression. So our community health workers, we need you to be strong. So tell me, if you would like to, the question I have is, what are some of the ways that you protect yourself from negative energy that comes around you? And Benita, you have to help me out because I don't know whether I can see or hear if anyone is willing to share or divulge.
They can put it in the chat, or if I think they can raise their hand. Put it in the chat if you want me to unmute you. You know what? I can unmute everybody. I feel we're safe. Let me see how to do this. I'm gonna unmute. I don't know. I'm still learning on this.
Taylor, yes, that is so true.
I have unmuted everyone. I thought it did, but it didn't. I'm sorry, y'all. So you can unmute yourself if you want to say. I've allowed everyone, if they want to. Anyone want to unmute themselves or?
All right. Yeah, I was just looking at the chat.
Or ask a question. We need a question before we let y'all go. Y'all better talk to us.
So I was just saying, I did notice that Taylor said that thanks for that information, because we do forget that we make a big difference, and you really do. I teach classes and I tell everyone, all right, when you leave out today, no matter who you see, no matter how different they may be from you, or maybe you're not, so pleased at their presentation, give them a smile. Give the respect that you want to receive from someone, and you'd be amazed at the difference that makes. Rebecca says music helps as a distraction for me. Yes.
So Rebecca, what's your favorite song? What song do you like to listen to? So y'all tell y'all what, give us your favorite songs and maybe we can make a playlist.
Oh, that would be awesome.
SCCHW playlist.
Yeah, because I
praise and worship. Who, Rebecca? What's the name?
Give us
artist,
a good one.
Choir. All right, everybody on the call, you got to send me an email.
Waymaker, I love that one too.
Waymaker right now, okay. Mm-hmm. Make us a SCCHW playlist. Mine gonna be High Fast Dance.
That's good. That's good. Get us moving.
Praise and worship. All right.
So yes, the other question I have is, and this is kind of on the opposite end of it. Where do you feel where does it show up in your body when you feel a lot of negative energy? I will rise up. Akira walking. Oh, anything, is this anything Akira? Oh, this is Akira. Walking and listening to music. Akira shared. Sometimes I feel tension in my shoulders when when I receive a lot of negative energy. Yeah, in my neck. I have actually been going to a chiropractor, and that helps out for me. Of course, some good massages, some self-massaging, a nice warm bath. Whew.
We're gonna write all these down and send them to them, Donna. Yeah.
Yeah. Mary, can't give up now. Yes, we cannot give up now. I like that.
Is that our part of our playlist?
That's a part of our playlist.
Okay.
Yes. The sound of ocean, the sound of water. I am definitely into that. Aromatherapy. Centrell, is there a specific scent that you like?
She says water. I love lavender. Hey, Central.
Hmm.
Okay. All right,
Well, yeah, it sounds like we will have to get a little playlist going on. Oh yeah, lavender is really calming.
I love taking a warm bath to help me relax. Yes.
Yes. So I would like to encourage you, you be, as Vanita said, very intentional each day in identifying exactly what you will allow in your spirit. Be proactive so that when something comes at you, you already have a way, you already have a song, a thought that is going to help you deal with that in a way that's not going to have you and so tensed and feel that tension for a long period of time. Look, we all get mad, we all get upset and angry, and you know, some of us cry, some of us go and yell. Look, yelling is not bad. Sometimes I just scream. Um, but as long as you don't hurt somebody else or hurt somebody's property, that's a positive thing. Find ways to positively deal with those negative situations that are going to come. That's just all there is to it. Find a way to turn those negative situations into something positive. So kind of help define your barriers, how you will deal with those things, and find those things that are going to help you get over. Because the last thing we need is for any of you to be so depressed you can't get out there into the communities that you so love and serve every day.
Okay. So everyone, we want to respect your time. Anyone have any questions for us? So we're gonna make a playlist. I don't know how can everybody listen to it. We'll just write the names down.
Probably can put it on we might get it on the channel. I mean on the I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We're gonna make a playlist, South Carolina CHW playlist. So y'all gotta tell us what your song is. We got a few. We'll put some more. And then we'll also next week send out a document just with some of the tools. We'll say self-care toolkit, the things that we talked about today: aromatherapy, meditation, walking, movement, good rest, plenty of water, taking care of yourself, being intentional, being on purpose, being deliberate about it, making sure you're deep breathing. So again, we'll send a document out with those methods and tools, and the playlist, praise and worship, R&B, whatever you like, smooth jazz. Okay, so we're gonna see you all again, not next week, but on the 19th. And if you have anything you want to add, we're gonna talk again about self-care, because the more you talk about and the more you think about it, the more you're gonna do it. I'm gonna ask at the next session, what did you do? And I'm going to have you to type it in to tell me what did you do for your self-care. You all take care and have a wonderful weekend. And I don't know if it's politically correct to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I love y'all.
Thank you. We love you too.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye,
It
everyone.
was nice meeting you all. Looking forward to working more with you.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Bonita.
Oh, yes, I got my heart right here. I love y'all.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.